What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Onyx Coin today, XCN. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. All right, it is the 22nd of June here. Here we are at about 1.24 cents right now, from a low point to a high point. We are officially at the golden ratio. Yes, we're just above it. We're just above. Oh, did we actually hit it? Yeah, 1.234 cents. You can see it there at the low. We've actually interacted with the golden ratio. It should come as no surprise, right? I mean, it's a little bit surprising. I didn't expect that we'd be down here, but at the same time, it's not like a huge surprise. We were pretty damn close, and this is an area that we were considering that we could go to anyways, right? By no means is that me trying to say, I was right, we're down here. No, I was calling for the low. Absolutely. I remember that. I'm sure we all do. I don't care about being right or wrong. That's not the point. I'm just saying this isn't something that's like devastating. I'm not seeing this and thinking, oh my God, what's happening? Are we going to zero? Is Onyx Coin broken? No, that's not what's happening. It's gonna bounce. We're down 10% on the day. Eight hours left in the day here. You're probably going to bounce right from this area. Perhaps you go a little bit lower, and you can. If you want to go a little bit lower, that's fine. Maybe you go all the way down to 1.12 cents, but I don't think that we'd go below there, guys. That's like the lowest that we'd go to. If we take this relative low to relative high here, this pivot, the 1272, the 1414, and the 1618 are all in this area, suggesting that we would go lower than we are here. But in all fairness, this really could have been the low right here at the golden ratio. It's very possible. We're going to look at the short-term stuff and then get into it. Looking at the daily time frame, I would assume that going lower is definitely in the cards, because if we go lower, we could bounce right off that oversold zone, just a little bit lower, and then we've got that bullish divergence. Actually, it would be double bullish divergence technically, because that's a higher low there. Yeah, this would be another higher low. Bouncing off the oversold zone is a very powerful thing to do. So I almost kind of want to see this thing drop a little bit more for that reason, but it's not necessary. It's very possible. And if you're considering, if you've been holding out on buying XCN, good for you. This is definitely the area, I think, to start getting in. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. If we're looking at this on the 1 hour time frame, let's look at the 15-minute first, actually. We'll just see real quick. Yeah, bullish divergence there. Coming down with less volume, right? You could still come down more and see even less volume on that spike, but yeah, you're coming down with less volume. You did reject the oversold zone there, but you have bullish divergence. I would expect a little bit of a move up from here until like maybe by the time you guys watch this, most of you watch this, I'm sure that we're up a little bit from here, but I wouldn't be surprised if we did go lower. Rejecting the oversold zone like that definitely expresses strength to the downside, but we're only on the 15-minute time frame. Like that, 3 hours goes by and this is a totally different looking RSI. You know what I mean? 1 hour time frame here, just getting to the oversold zone. Typically, when you get oversold, you see more movement. Not you don't just stop once you get there. So 1 hour just closed there. We have 58 minutes left in this 1 hour time frame. I would expect that we go lower. If you were to bounce here, if you were to get a green 1 hour candle, right? And that's what I think. You know, with the 15-minute time frame, maybe you bounce a little bit for like 30 minutes, but then you come down. You probably come down and close this hour red, because I would expect that we do continue to go lower just based on this alone. Lowest reading in the RSI that we've seen since the 14th of June on the 1 hour, right? Since we were basically down at these areas last time. So yes, each time we get oversold like this, it seems to express lower lows, and that's what we're getting here. 4 hour time frame, lower lows in the RSI. You also have higher highs and lower lows in the RSI. It's a very volatile and wonky looking RSI, but I would think that we are closer to finding support than we are to just devastating the price, right? We're probably at a very near point to find support here, you guys. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I know that things are going on in the world. There's some tensions that are escalating, right? I was actually just doing some research with Grok, and I found that I was asking how many U.S. Navy vessels or other crafts have stopped transmitting their location over the past week. And this I thought was interesting, right? Because I knew about the USS Nimitz. I actually just talked about that in a video. But satellite imagery and reports suggest that several U.S. Navy vessels, including at least one littoral combat ship and 4 mine countermeasure vessels, and the MV Ocean Trader, left a port in Bahrain, potentially indicating yes. Okay, so Bahrain is right here. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Bahrain. I don't know. They left the port here, and I wonder where they're going. The Strait of Hormuz probably is where they're going, right? Isn't that what it's called, the Strait of Hormuz? I just read about it. I've never heard of it before today, but yeah, the Strait of Hormuz. I'm sorry, the Strait of Hormuz. Yeah. Yep. things are escalating, you guys. But I don't expect this to be a long, drawn-out thing. I don't think anybody wants it to be a long, drawn-out thing, especially the United States military. I don't think it's going to be a swift course of action that takes place over the coming week, you guys. Unfortunately, fortunately, whatever, however you want to think about that. But I do think we go lower. Looking at the 4-hour RSI, looking at the 1-hour RSI, I would think that we do go lower. We get into that oversold area. We'll probably find support. I doubt that we find support below 1.1 cents. I really do think that we're near the end here. It is the weekend. It is the weekend, and anytime you make a move up or down over the weekend, you tend to eat that back over the coming weeks. So I very much doubt that we're going to see anything but upside over the next week. Even with everything going on in the world, I think that this next week will be green still. We will have an end of month rally. It's just happening from a lower price, so it will close at lower prices than intended, but that's okay. Daily time frame here. Again, going lower is not a bad thing. That actually looked better, in my opinion. It would actually look better. And let's see, what about this low to high or high to low here? High to low right here. The 236 is right there at about 1.175 cents, something like right there, yeah. It would make sense to go there, guys. We just found resistance on the 382 a couple times. I mean, we are respecting the hell out of this fib. We're respecting the hell out of it. Direct support off the 382, direct support or resistance off the golden ratio multiple times, direct resistance off the 382 several times. I wouldn't be surprised at all if we went to the 236 at this rate. And then again, that 236 splits perfectly from a low to a high here. It splits this golden ratio zone right there, right down the middle. So, and that would probably take our RSI right to the area that would look great to bounce from. So maybe today, maybe tomorrow, but then the rest of the week, the rest of the month, it's probably going to be green. Today, tomorrow might be red, but the rest of the week, the rest of the month should be green, and we should be bouncing and recovering. And we know how Onyx coin bounces whenever it finds its lows, guys. Even these smaller term lows, we still get pretty miraculous bounces. I very much expect that we will be above 1.5 cents, 1.6 cents, maybe even above 2 cents by the end of this month, if not higher. I got nothing else. I mean, genuinely, if not higher, because what if, if we start moving up, if you think about it, on Tuesday, let's say we even start moving up on Wednesday. It's the 25th. We've got 30 days in this month, so the 25th to the 30th, that's 6 days, including the 25th, that's 6 days. We made this move up. And from the low, it was 1 day on the low, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. 5 days we made that move. That was like 150% or something like that, right? How much was this from a low to a high? Low to a high here, 262%. We could genuinely be up above 4 cents by the end of the month still, if things really kick off. But I got nothing else for you guys. Definitely do not panic. Please, for the love of everything, do not panic. This is the best time to buy. As unfortunate as these events are that are happening around the world, they're actually very fortunate for investors if you make the right plays. Okay, this is where people talk about it, man. They literally say the best time to buy is when there's blood and fear in the streets, right? When people are fearful, you should be greedy. When people are greedy, you should be fearful. And this is a time. I don't know about you guys, but I think people are pretty damn fearful right now. And I don't think that the fear and greed index is updated, but I very much would assume that once we get into the levels of fear, that'll mark the low, man. That'll mark the low. By the end of today, we should have that. I got nothing else for you. I hope you enjoyed the video, you guys. Thank you all for being here. Hit the like button, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. All right, take care. Bye-bye.